I welcome the offer by the returning officer to commence a recheck at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And of course, we have to take into consideration that the margin is just 275, which is less than 0.05%. And in the circumstances, I'm very pleased that the returning officer has done this, and I want to thank him and his staff. And I believe that there's nothing further to add until the process commences, and however long it might take.
Well, who would have guessed that there'd be 245 votes between a set of, I don't know, nearly 700,000. So we're having a full recheck, which is reasonable. If I was in Pat the Cope's position, I would be looking for it too. It's uncharted territory, they tell us. They've never had a recheck like this before for a European election. So it's on a learning curve for all of us.
We always knew it was going to be tight. Did you have any idea it was going to be quite this tight?
Not in a million years, and I'm sure Pat the Cope didn't either. It's just incredible. And you know something? They say every vote counts, and I always say votes come in ones, and this is proof of it if you ever need it. If you remember the story of the hanging chads in Florida, there may be a few hanging chads here before we're finished.
How confident are you, Marion, that you can take the final seat in Europe?
Well, I suppose to put it this simply, I prefer to be looking at the votes than looking for them. And I can say it no better than that.
Can you just maybe just clarify the difference for us, please, just between a recheck and a recount?
A recheck, as far as my understanding is concerned, is where they take out the bundles of votes. I believe we will start with Luke Flanagan in the morning. And what they do is they unroll it and you see where the 1, 2, 3 is, etc. They do that for every single vote for Luke Flanagan. If there is a discrepancy, if there's a vote in there that shouldn't be there, or there is a discrepancy, then they photocopy that vote, but they leave the original vote in the package, but they photocopy it and they tag it. And then that's put aside. So when the process is completed, then they will know, because there will be pluses and minuses here, if there is any material difference between the candidates. So it's not that they take the votes out, but they just mark it and they'll check then when it's all done. This could be 2 days, it could be 3 days, and the speed at which we move will be determined by the cooperation between Fianna Fáil and myself.
Fianna Fáil will have lawyers attending tomorrow. Are you planning to get some legal representation of your own here?
We have nothing arranged yet. We don't have the resources or the expertise, but we won't be found wanting.
Disappointing end to the day for you, Marion.
I'm still standing. That's what matters. Thank you.
Thanks, Marion.
Thank you very much.